Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. So we are here today to share my story. I have been sick for over a year with two rare conditions that started out as an allergy, and I basically want to share my story to inspire others who are also going through a hard time, whether it's a health-related issue or a financial issue, or just overall going through a hard time. I would say we had a fun childhood. Our upbringing was, I would say it was great. I grew up with my mom and dad and my youngest brother in the city of Compton, and our parents basically kept us busy. We were able to have like the old school upbringing where all the kids still played outside. So we were able to have that like almost like family connection with others. We would play basketball in the street, rollerblade. We used to ride bikes, and we used to make these ramps with bricks and cardboard or wooden pieces, and try to do wheelies and slide our bikes across the grass. The boys and girls. There was this one point where I was into making things out of beads, like butterflies. I can't remember the name, but my friends and I would sit on the porch or on the grass. Water balloon fights. Oh, we used to have these huge, massive water balloon fights where like even like the older guys, like the teenagers and young adults, they would like drive around throwing water balloons. We would take other neighbors' water hose and ride mini bikes. Well, we weren't supposed to ride mini bikes, but we did every now and then. That was a no-no. I wasn't very competitive with sports, but I enjoyed running track. I actually, up until I got sick, I was still jogging, either like going to school and run on a track or at the beach. And tennis. Basically, track, tennis, and skating were the three sports or activities I kept with until this issue happened.
I am ready.
So today's my birthday, the big 2-9, and I'm super excited because I get to get out the house. Don't tell my doctors. And it's just a blessing. I just simply wanted to just see the ocean, really, and just be blessed that I'm alive and I'm with my family today. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I would turn around, but my chest. I can't do too much with the tightness, so can't really move. That's Catalina. Look at the water. People surfing. Oh yeah, Huntington is known for their waves. And they must have built up those sand when we were having all that rain and stuff.
Good thing I was going 60 and that's the speed limit.
Oh, praise the Lord.
I looked down it.
Look at the water.
That's beautiful.
Wow, and then Catalina. Well, you still gotta drive. But, come on, do you see? And how the wind blows?
I know, it's like right there.
I've been here where there's been some, like, huge waves, and I was like, oh dear. Oh, it looks so different during the middle of the day. It is. Oh yeah, don't hit the bike signals. Yeah, we don't need that. It's birthday. It's our birthday.
First time getting out the house in a while.
It's, well, other than going to the doctor's. Yes.
You enjoy your food?
Delicious.
What'd you get?
I got one swordfish taco and one panko taco. My favorite. Okay, I love swordfish, but the panko taco is what I came here for. They just happen to have swordfish, and it happens to be Taco Tuesday. And I'm enjoying the air. I'm just enjoying being outside and watching the ocean. It's a real blessing. I don't think this is wise, but I do want to like run and jump in the ocean. But we're not going to do that. We'll wait for another time. Maybe, when it's a little warmer and a little safer for me to expose myself. But for now, we can just enjoy from here. So I've been diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome and posterior orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. The mast cell is a rare disease, and the POTS is actually a condition that's undiagnosed at this point. And most patients have one or the other, not both. So that's what's made my situation more complicated, because I've been diagnosed with both diseases and not just one. I practically went from being healthy, exercising, 100% independent woman, working full time, going to 2 different churches and hanging out with friends, to having to be on bed rest, needing help to get out the bed, needing help to shower, and unable to drive myself around. I experience a hard time walking from body weakness. I have anaphylactic type reactions, which causes throat closing and shortness of breath and sometimes passing out. I haven't passed out completely. I have a heart rate of 120 to 150 beats per minute at rest. I no longer sweat, so my body overheats. I have a constant chest pain that's a tightness, which causes a raspy voice and shortness of breath like I'm getting now. I have scars on my body. They're all over, actually. And they're from a medication. I'm on 19 medications. And one of the medications has caused the body swelling that I have. And these marks that are caused, they're stretch marks because of rapid weight gain. So I was small and skinny, and now I'm like 200 plus
pounds. I have a hard time walking in general, but when I'm going up the stairs, it can take like 7 to 10 minutes just to get up and down the stairs. I have blurred vision from one of the medications. I have sensitivity to light, which is due to POTS. So when I go outside, I have to like put sunglasses on. I basically became debilitated, pretty much. Yeah. There's days that I don't get hungry because of the POTS. Like, it's just hard to eat, but I have to eat to take my medicine. And both the mast cell and POTS affects the whole body. Like, it doesn't just affect my heart or lungs. It's my skin, my nervous system, like everything. My doctors are trying to bring more awareness because there's not a lot of research. And there's so rare conditions. Like in San Diego, there's only 120 patients that are known in the area with the disease. Hi everyone. I thought it would be nice to add to the documentary that we're doing, because we has some new developments. So last year I was covered 100% when it came to my medications, and while I kept everything the same for this year, I recently found out that the 4 medications that I absolutely need for the mast cell disorder and for POTS is actually no longer covered. So I had a couple people actually recommend me to start a GoFundMe campaign, and to be honest, I didn't want to go that route unless it was absolutely necessary. At this point, I haven't had any funding since January. Money's running out. And I found out the answer that my medications, they're anywhere from $1,600 to almost $3,000. And so I asked God one night, what do I do? Because I didn't even have money for groceries. And the next day, a friend of mine just happened to ask, how was my financial situation? And I told her, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm literally hanging on to Jesus. And she recommended GoFundMe. And I knew that's what I needed to do. So I have a GoFundMe page. And I'm starting to see a lot of love and support. And I'm very grateful. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. So, yeah. I think I can't talk anymore. The first part of this journey, I had to be isolated. I couldn't see my family, couldn't see my friends. I couldn't even go to the doctors unless I was hospitalized because it was unsafe for me. So what we did was, my mom was able to come over, and my dad and my pastors, but for a short time. And so we were able to put up pictures to remind me that my family is with me, because I couldn't see my brothers. So I had my dad, my mom, and my mom was pregnant with me, to remind me that I do have a purpose here. I do have living in life to keep going. So, and it helped to see faces, because I went from being very social to like having no one. So that's my family, and like represents life. And then these are just of my youngest brother and I celebrating our birthdays and just being plain silly. And then over here are pictures my brother and I took for my mom one year. These are the copies. It was for Mother's Day. We had a lot of fun. And then this is when I was at Santa Monica one year with my cousin Quante. So going through any hardship in life, support is very important. And I have learned we need to share love through hard times, because love is above all things. Love is what helps us stand and stay together. And so my cousin actually bought this for me to remember that I'm supported and my life is full of love during this hard time. And then up here with belief, love, and faith, because without believing that I'll get through this, without the support of love of my loved ones and friends, and without having faith, believing the impossible, how would I be motivated to keep going? So I made sure to put up motivational words and segments to keep me going. I put this mirror here because I'm overweight now, never been this heavy, but I have to remember to tell myself I'm beautiful and that, girl, you got this. So that's why that is like that. Okay, so I got into crocheting because I knew I had to keep my mind busy and my hands were very, very weak. And crocheting helped them to remain steady. And these are just a few items. And this is something that I made. It's a shawl, but you can wear it as a kerchief. And then here's scarves, just, regular scarf. You want to wrap it around. You just want to wrap it around to be fancy and cute. And then this is just a shawl. And here is my favorite. Let's take this off for a second. I actually crocheted a sweater. It's my absolute favorite. It is designed by Sorella, a crocheter that has videos on YouTube. And I wanted to do this because, one, I wanted to hide my body. Not that I'm ashamed, but I'm limited on clothing right now. And I just wanted to still be decent. And I just wanted to do something that felt like an accomplishment, since I'm not working or painting or anything like that. So. There are days that I struggle, that I don't want to go through this anymore. I just want to flush down all the medicine down the toilet. There's nights where I cry because of the pain throughout my body and the shortness of breath, and sometimes I just ask God to take it away. I don't want to go through this anymore. I'm gonna cry. I'm seriously gonna cry.
Your brother.
Because I really wanted one. I never even told you. But I have learned to overcome. And when the Bible says that we're more than conquerors, it's true. You can go through something and still come out victorious and smiling. You may get beat up, which I did. I got this weight, lost a lot of hair, short of breath, my money, like one day I had savings and the next day they were gone. God created us to survive. And that's where I want to leave you, is that you're a conqueror as well. You're an overcomer. And whatever you go through in life, good or bad, in between, you can get through it. You can definitely get through it. So, stand your ground, smile, and keep going. The victory is ours.